ambient light rejection screen paint. I keep starting off like that. I don't know why I keep doing that because I'm supposed to start off with, hello, my name is Kenneth and my company is Crystal Edge Technology Screens using ambient light rejection technology gain. And we are the makers of Supreme and the new ambient light rejection 17. That's how I'm supposed to start off with. I keep forgetting that. So used to saying that over and over and over again. All right, so that is the Black 17 coated on. That's my screen upstairs in my Japanese tea room. I have it over there for the time being for right now, just for a little testing. I'm gonna put it right back upstairs. So I'm getting ready to get my orders out the door. Actually, some real good news. So the driver was passing through my neighborhood, taking care of some business. She happened to be on her way coming through. And she grabbed the orders that I had done for yesterday, around 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock around that time. I knocked off some orders. She got those knocked out, and then the remaining ones that are left, she's coming by later on the day to take these off too. I also got some payments for overseas shipping real quick. Let me go change to something more comfortable. Today on a larger scale, I'll get a chance to test out, I'll get a chance to test out the Black 17 an 80-inch screen that I designed. So today, sunflower seed. Getting my orders ready. These are the last of my orders. My driver, like I said, came through last night. She was doing something around in the neighborhood, so popped over to see how I was doing. And there's enough time for her to take some packages off to the Postal Service drop-off box. I'm gonna bring you guys over here so you can look at the TV over here. The Postal Service drop-off box to come in and get this taken care of. Now, keep in mind, I told people before, these for me, I don't have to have people on here watching. Keep in mind, this is all documented. Everything I do has to be documented, which means when I pack orders up, when I'm actually showing demonstrations, everything has to be documented. So that's, if you come in and watch, thank you for coming in, but keep in mind, this is just for documenting everything I do. So when I have a customer that says, hey, look, wants to file a complaint against me and say he's not shipping out his orders, I can go and show them every last demonstration that I have done of them packing out orders. There you go, documented. Told you. When I sit there and tell people I back up everything I do, I'm not joking with you on that. Let's pull something up real quick so I have something to watch. And then I get to show up the Black 17 on a larger scale, which I'm waiting to do. Oh, by the way, when I explained that you have to be able to show off the different colors in your screens, they can't all blend. That's a slate, that's a Black 17, and that's an ultra bright right there. So there's a difference between them. my screens don't all run together, but they're all looking the same. All right, so let's come over here. Bring up the YouTube and put something on you guys can watch, because right now I got orders to take care of. Let's get that out of there. I can't write right now. Should have ended that one. I'll put the fish on for a bit. I'll try to get a commercial after doing a commercial. All right, so let's get this all wrapped up so we can bring these out of here. As for overseas orders, don't worry, those who place overseas orders, I'll be giving you a special email. We have to ship you out by FedEx. No, I'm sorry, UPS. You're being shipped out by UPS because your labels won't print. But you trust me, you're getting your orders. We just have to send it a different route. That's all. But you'll be taken care of. I'll be emailing those individuals today. Let me see what we got going on here so we can get all this done and out of the way. Let's get this one done first. Black. Now, when we get ready, keep in mind, the product we make, this Gen product that we make does not require any form of detailed instructions. When the 17s do launch, they do require instructions, so instructions will be coming and priming is needed. If you're using that, unless you're not using on plexiglass. So there's some things in there that we're going to be adding in for instructions on how to apply the screen. Like I said, it's going to be a different form of technology. Nothing like this stuff right here, which I love. As you can see, 12s look amazing because this is actually 12 right there. But it is going to require some interesting techniques to be in order to apply the screen. What do we have next? We have platinum eclipse. Platinum eclipse. How many quarts? 2. Yeah. Ripped in half. I have it. I did it with every container. Sometimes I don't, but I have it. for the customer whose lens on his projector, he ordered a Christie. Well, I suggested him to get the Christie 505, which is a very good projector because I have one for myself upstairs. But unfortunately, when he got his projector, the lens was busted on it. So there's an interesting story. The way his setup is when he's building his movie theater at, and I can't wait because it's going to show up a lot of videos on that. He's going to be using the Supreme Black. He's got a custom theater that he's actually building, and he's going to be showcasing a lot of videos on his setup with the 12 and the 505 Christie, which I have upstairs. And his problem came in, and he brought the same projector I have, which I suggested him to get, because that particular projector has an extended throw, which means if you're just doing a customized theater room, you're going to have a lens such like so, because when you pull your projector back, it's going to have to hit a narrow projection, and it's going to have to be to hit the screen without expanding out and hitting everything in the environment. And you have to have a special lens to do that. I found out that people who try to do those particular special movie theaters will go back there, get an expensive projector, doesn't have an extended throw, and has a what do they call it? A basic throw or manual throw, whatever it has on it. But anyway, they won't have that extensive throw on it. And then what happens is when they pull their projector back, they'll notice that when they turn it on, it'll hit everything in the environment. It'll hit the chairs, it'll hit everything. So I mean, your audience that's sitting there, it's going to hit the back of their heads going to reflect off the screen. So in order to do that, you have to have a special lens to do that. And that 505 has that lens attached to it already. If not, you're just going to spend that extra money, which is going to cost you a couple of grand just to get that lens attached on. And that's if your projector will allow you to do a quick release. Because if it doesn't quick release, which means you'll have to open up the projector and install it in, which is going to be a bit of a nightmare. So he was going to take back the projector, go back and get another projector. I had to call him and warn him, don't do this, because if you do this, you buy this projector, you turn it on, it's going to expand and hit everything. You need a special lens for this. So the first one he came was busted, didn't work. I got another one out of my shop that I wasn't using, sent it over to him. Unfortunately, that one got lost in the mail, and the product that I sent to him got lost in the mail. So this is what I'm doing right now. I'm actually sending him back out the paint, and I went to eBay, as I said before, and out of my own pocket, got him another lens right here. Now, the good thing about this is I didn't have to pay a couple $1,000 because it wouldn't be worth it then, because I was way out of pocket. I found a merchant that I've done business with in the past, and this is why it's always good if you're doing business with a merchant, pay them up front, get their money, give them good reviews, and they will hook you up. I got this for $32. So this is a brand new lens in here for his projector to set him up. So mine, he'll be telling his testimony. And I like the fact that how people say, oh, he doesn't take care of his customers. I go out of my way to take care of my customers and make sure they have their packages. And like I said, I pay shipping and an additional $100 to make sure you're taken care of. So, but I can't wait. More importantly, it's not about the videos I'm going to be getting from this guy. It's the fact that he's going to finally be able to set this up for his kids and his family. At the end of the day, it's about you being able to enjoy your product. That's what it comes down to. All right, so let me get this ready for him. Get him set up, take pictures, send it over to him. Just to let you know, if you're watching this or when you do watch this, this is going to have signature confirm attached to it. So they can't leave it on the door, so don't worry about that. That'll be taken care of. All right, so I got all that taken care of. You're good to go. A really cool dude. All my customers are really nice people. Oh, we're out of tape. Go through so much shit so fast. All my customers are really nice people. I get a few of them in and out, but they're awesome. Well, and all the nice people. Give me one of these today. Stabbing myself with a knife. That's a good black one. Lens get jacked up. It's not, it was a cheap lens. I got a good price. Messed up. A little obsessive with the tags. Well, look, the lens in here. If this thing gets broken, it's gonna cost a couple grand to replace. And I already got insurance on it and everything else, so yeah. Make sure. Alright. Good. That's the last of them right there. I'm done. I got the whole day to play. I'm done work for the day. I get to play around with the new screen today. That is the 17 Black. Black 17, whatever you want to call it. Let me get myself something here. Yes, black. All right. It's a black 17? Oh, yeah, it is a black 17. Why isn't it always? That stuff, man. There's definitely a lot of container for that stuff. We got the right one. I nailed my floor right here. Right there's my nail my floor. Oh, no, I'll leave you guys there. I got something to do real quick. Alright, so people want to ask how darker is the 17 black compared to 12s? So I'll show you. Right here on this board right here, we have painted is actually a 12, and that right there is 17. This is how dark the 17s are. 17s, as I said, are black compared to the 12. 12s are black. Look at 12s are black screens. But this stuff right here is black. It's seriously black. That's how much darker they are to a 12. So now you know. So now you can see exactly how I'm able, or not able, God bless me, to be able to take a screen that dark, that's probably about 3 shades darker than a 12, and produce a white level that high off that technology. Told you it could be done. It can be done. Just needs a little bit understanding from my Lord and Savior, and bam, there it is. There's a black screen that produces an extremely high white level. Let me pull up something here for it. Let me see. I'm going to try, and like I said, keep in mind your screen should be to produce a higher white level than my screen, because my screen is black. I want to see how much of a white level that screen is generating. And just to show you, my screen's got a bit wrinkles in it. This is fabric, it's a fabric projection screen out of a bed sheet. It's been coated multiple times, that's all. That's how much, I think, so that's a light gray cinema against a black screen. Let me get, I'm very sure what's called it, blend in there perfectly. If I got myself, I'm curious. Gray cinema, and a gray cinema, whatchamacallit, and a gray cinema. They should blend perfectly. That screen's going in. That's lighter than my screen. Oh yeah. Oh come on, can't you just stay? Run a small test. I need to see this. I know, it's cooking out here. So that's how high the white levels are. The screen is darker than the 12, produces a higher white level than the 12. Oh yeah, this is definitely going for $368 a quart, easily. Oh, easy, definitely. It's definitely going for that much. Let's try the Parallax. Let's try this one right here. See what we get. Oh yeah, around 368 a quart. That's what it's going for. Automatic, you can tell from the door. Let's share another one. Let's get a Dark Star 9. Yeah. So now the 17 is now producing a white level on a screen that's actually 3 shades darker than a 12, and it's producing outstanding white levels at 1% done. That's how much darker a 17 is. This right here, that's a 12, that's a 17. And it's that dark, and it produced a white level that high. Ever since we did that ultra bright basically gave us the codes what we needed to do it. That ultra bright technology. So now we got a black screen that can produce insanely high white levels. So we got the Parallax right there, $5 grand. We have the Gray Cinema 5D, Gray Cinema 3D. We have the Dark Star 9, $3 grand. And the screen has a capability that no other screen is going to be the match because the screen is super jet black. 12s are black, but this screen is super jet black. It's blacker than a 12. Which means if these screens had a hard time catching up to the 12, it's going to be an insane struggle to go against this thing. Oh man, I had no idea this screen was that black. So, like I said, 12s are black. These are black screens. But that right there is a different shade of black. You see now in the 2? Look at the 12 and look at the 17 side by side. Snow, 4K screensaver. You see how high the white levels go up. Now I don't expect for my white levels to be equal to any of these screens, but I expect for it to be high. Especially for a screen that dark, that's darker than a 12. Yep.
Elk's my favorite. Well, I don't think I've ever had elk. It's super nutritious. So you're out stalking an elk.
Look at me, he's funny as talking about you're an elk, stalking an elk. That's extremely good for a screen. What did it do? I mean, how are you doing? Is that the proper term you were going for? You know anything about my channel, you already know from the door. Oh, okay, I understand you now. All right, let's see what else we got here. We can run off of this. All right, you're not familiar with what I'm known for doing, are you? Okay. Poke the bear. I explain at the end of the day for us how much we charge for a good projector. I don't sell projectors. That's something you got to buy yourself. I don't sell projectors. I sell screen paint, not projectors. You would have asked me what kind of projector to buy. I can understand that. Let's poke the bear. Look up. It's something my military father used to say all the time. Don't poke the bear. I told y'all in 2021, this stuff is being contracted for companies. I explained that to y'all. So, like I said, I appreciate you coming in here and watching, but this is being documented. Everything we do here is documented for companies. All right, so you want to basically dig into knowledge. So let me ask you a question. So how come you don't know this? If you're going to go buy a projector, you're first time buying a projector. So what are you getting? Ultra short throw, long throw, 4K? Are you going to be doing venue projectors? Are you doing non-venue projectors? I mean, what are you going to be doing? Are you going to be 7,000 lumen projectors? Do you want extended throw? You want mid throw? What do you want? You want projectors that have the capability of actually removing lenses, reattach, deattach, or you want projectors that basically, if you have the modification skills, you can just go inside, open it up, and go inside. Okay, okay. Goodbye, my friend. Bye-bye. And yeah, he says I'm a white man. All right, so let's move on. Apparently he doesn't know what I do for a living. Like, I don't sell projectors. I sell projectors if I have something here and I don't want it and I plan to get rid of it, then basically I'll throw it in with a package kit or give it away for free. But we don't sell projectors here. We sell screen paint. That looks pretty good. I can't understand this. This part I gotta understand. If you don't support my product, why are you in here on my channel watching it begin? Why are you even bothering in my channel to begin with if you don't support my product? Oh, because you're curious. Usually these are people like my everyday customers. They come here, they're always interesting on what I'm actually working on. It's not the people that come in and watch. I don't think about that. It's the aftermaths when I have people come in and actually rewind the videos and they play them back and they see what I'm building, what I'm designing. Usually most of the time I do my streams, most people are asleep right now. So I don't need like 100,000 people in here or 30 people. And this is to document the technology, the capability of what it can do. That's all it's for. Like I told people, at the end of the day, my YouTube channel was never meant to be for popularity or to get a home. Like, no, it's advertising for the company and it documents their technology. That's why I love the live feature. Because if I'm in a meeting right now with elite screens, they go, oh, show me a video of you basically, one of our best screens, which is the Dark Star 9. I can go, there you go. Your Dark Star 9, it's about right there, and there's your other screen there, and I got one there, and there's another one there, and that one there, and there. So eventually they want to see it in person, because this is live. So this is where I get the airline tickets. I go down to the test facility. I get to do the whole demonstration live all over again. And at the end of the day, I get a contract. And then for customers that are curious, they want to pop in and see exactly what am I working on next, or what's coming up next, what's going to be new for 2021. They pop in to check out to see what's going on. But then you get this particular naysayers who do not like my work, do not like what I do for a living, and they come in here and they just want to carry on. Don't you have anything better to do? This channel's set for adults. So you're a grown individual at freaking what, 6 or something in the morning, or probably 5 in the morning, on a YouTube, another man's YouTube channel, acting up like an adolescent. It tells a lot about you and your day. I'm working as you're playing games. That tells a lot about you. So you have to understand, before this stuff launches, it will be contracted, which means on a contract, I'm guaranteed 80 to 200 gallons. That's my minimum at $100 a quart. For this stuff, $150 a quart. I am guaranteed. So multiply that by 10 contracts. You do the math, you add it up. If I choose, I could wipe out my entire customer base and just basically do contracts only. But I like dealing with my customers. A lot of my customers are on my, actually a few, great deal of my customers are actually on my Facebook personal page. Actually, like I said, I know their families. I talk with them from day to day. One of my customers I literally talk to every single day. He's actually one of my first customers. I talk to him just about every single day. I think he knows more about me than I know about him. I know more about him. I don't know how that goes anyway. But I'm not good friends with a lot of my customers. So at the end of the day, when I hear that fellow saying, I can't afford this, and I can't get that, screens are so expensive, and I don't know what projector to buy, I can actually calm a lot of that anxiety down. So look, this is what you need to do. This is what you need to buy. You don't got to spend a lot of money. Screen's going to do all the work for you and help them sort out the entire thing to get them set up so they can sit down with their family and enjoy their screen, instead of sitting in the dark trying to figure out where the coffee table's at. All right, so we're going to do these tests. This screen's doing all good already. The white levels are real good. It's much, like I said, this screen's darker. It's way darker than a 12, and the white levels are really good. I don't think we can get this any darker than what it already is. I do know now. I want that done. I'm definitely going to do that. Probably next week I'm doing that screen. So I like to show this off as it starts to dry. That's a 17 black. That's a 12. That's how dark they are. See the color patterns here? Now all my screens all blend together and look the same. We got slate, we got the black slate, we have the ultra bright, and then over here we have 17 black. There are the test samples of test screens, giant test screens. And then hopefully, I was going to do it this week, but I'm going to wait until next week to do it because I got some projects I'm working on. Next week, we're going to have a new version of the blue, which is going to be the upgrade version of it. As I said before, blue has rear technology capability. It does. We're going to do blue in 17. We're going to upgrade it to a 17. Now, as I said before, when you finally do get your hands on this product, keep in mind, it's not going to be like rolling on a screen and being done with it. There's certain procedures that have to be done and stuff you have to do before you can prep the screen. First, you have to prep the screen, number one. And number two, there will be instructions that will come with it. Now, the instructions aren't going to be berserk like A through B and back and forth. No, it's very easy to do. It's just going to involve instructions that have to be required. I'm not going to say what, because like I said, it keeps people on their toes for individuals who try to mimic or try to make the product. They can't make the product. They can't figure out exactly what instructions and procedures are actually being done. And as I said, keep in mind, once this stuff finally does become official, there will be a ton of paperwork sitting on top of this. And I mean, a lot of protection, not for the individual hobbyists, but also too for the companies that we have to deal with that are going to be signing contracts through this. We must make sure that the name and the product is protected. Now, keep in mind, anything that you're seeing popping up, those names can change at any given time. If you go to the website, or actually under Blue has a policy underneath of it stating that the name and anything could change at any given time on it. So remember, it was Blue 15, it can be changed into something else. We haven't finalized on it yet because, as I said before, it's still going through the process of paperwork. Oh, here comes this guy right here. Goodbye. Wait. He says, I feel a refund coming. Dude, let me explain something to you. These are my orders for today, all right? These are what's left of my orders for the day. I pumped out 60 between yesterday and today. There you go. So shut up and stop running your mouth so much. That's a crow boy in there crying and whining. Right now I'm presenting a black screen, 1% against several high performance screens. So you don't even know what you're talking about. Goodbye. I feel a refund challenge coming up. Yeah, you don't even buy from us. And his name is Mr. Refunds Are Nice. Wow. You don't even buy from us. You don't know nothing about my channel to come in here and run your mouth. See, if he knew anything, he would have noticed that there are 5 professional sample sheets laying against my screen right now. My screen took 1 hour to manufacture the product, which means it was developed yesterday. Took 1 hour to develop the technology. The technology at 1 hour is only about 1% done, and it's already maxing out against screens that are much more, took many, many years to develop. And this took 1 hour to develop. And the screen is black. So you got a black projection screen that's producing a high enough white level that's literally darker than the 12 and producing a high enough white level to blend into screens that are 3 times lighter than it. Yeah, he doesn't know technology. But every so once in a while, I like to leave the chat open. I like to entertain the, what's the word for them? What you call it? The town squire? Town idiot? Yeah, somewhere along that road. Yeah, I know plenty of people that want to spend $5,000 for a projection screen. I'm not even producing contrast yet. Right now, I'm just displaying the black levels on the technology. I told you, crow boys get upset every time they see me developing technology. What, in about a week's time, we got 3 or 4 screens already set up. We did an ultra bright, we did the slate came up, then we developed the Black 17. Oh yeah, they gotta be ticked off. They gotta be upset. They're angry as I don't know what. Got to deal with it. And next thing you know, we got an advanced version of the blue coming out. And that's not even the end of it. At the end of 2021, you will see that Sun Killer, which we put that challenge on, that no one has ever did the challenge yet in direct sunlight. We're the only ones who hold the title to that. I've yet to see anybody do a demonstration in direct sunlight. That's going to be integrated with the new technology we're working on for 2021 for our new fixed frame screens. Oh yeah. But feel free, and around, we think around end of 2021, to visit one of my many location showroom stores where you can see the technology up close and personal. Oh yeah, I'm planning to get stores. That way I can watch you come into my showroom and bite your bottom lip. Oh, is that good? It's really that good. Yeah, it's that good. It's that good. That's why I can sit here in a fully lit environment on a screen that's 1%. That's interesting. My screen's at 1%. I'm in a fully lit environment, and you got people that are sitting in the dark. Now, like I said, if I wanted to be brutal, I could easily add you know who to the side of the screen. What do you think would happen? I want that. Let's move up. What else we got on here to play around with? Ooh, let's bring this up. I already have a customer base lined up for this that's already prepared to pay $368 a quart already. Set up already. These are people that can spend $5,000 and $6,000 or $7,000 for a projection screen. We have $150,000 audio systems set up in their environments. They can afford, but if they can basically save a couple with say about $3,000 or $4,000, yeah, they're definitely gonna buy. There we go. There's a PLX right there. All certified screens. So what do we have up here? We have $5,000. We have $1,400, $1,300. That has to be $800 right there. And the far end right there, Darkstar 9, $3,000 for a 100-inch. This technology paints up to a 120-inch screen, can be used outside, ultra short though compatible, and can work on generic projectors also. All the technology can work with generic projectors. Which means if you have the Valve projector, any one of those projectors you have, yeah, it'll work on it with no problem. And you can take, let's say you take a Darkstar 9, a $3,000 Darkstar 9 outside. I mean, you're not going to do that, are you? And we're still at 1%. Let's see. Oh, no. I want to go back to that. I want to see the little girl run into the ritual. I loved on that demonstration. Let's see. Yeah, we put that contrast and it'd be nice. Oh yeah, definitely gotta do the contrast. Definitely gotta do the contrast. Like I said, not to put them down, but it is what it is. You got a $5,000 projection screen right there. My screen is pulling a 100% contrast levels. 12s can pull 100% contrast levels. And I can pull white level high enough to blend the screen. And my screen is actually now 3 shades darker than a 12. You ever notice that when other people develop new screen paints, we don't do reviews on their products? Never do. But they constantly do reviews against us because they want to be us. That's what it is. At the end of the day, they want to be us. We do reviews on your products. We do reviews on your product if you try to taint our product. Then you catch your interest. That's why we got that ultra bright screen in there. That ultra bright screen can match any gray screen with no problem whatsoever. See what that screen does, the screen paint, right? Yeah, if you haven't seen that demonstration, you have to see it. That thing is actually whiter than screen paint. You can pull a screen paint against that technology, and that technology can blend anything. As a matter of fact, all the screens just about blend anything. Oh, I can't wait to get it. I can't wait. Let me see. I can't figure out exactly what kind of screen I'm going to build with this. This is my screen upstairs, but I'm going to probably do myself a plexiglass screen. If my wallpaper comes in today, I'm going to coat my wallpaper surface. I promise. Where am I going to put it at? Well, I just put upstairs in the other gaming room. Oh, that's good. That's really good. That is really good. Look how bright the white levels are on that black technology. Good gracious. Like I said, the 12s will be here. We're not discontinuing the 12. The 12s are going to be here. 9s are going to be here. This is just going to be a higher grade of technology. That's all. It's going to require a different form of application. And keep in mind, I told you the 17s are front and rear, which means if you coat this on plexiglass, it becomes rear projection. It's just going to be a lot more pricier, that's all. Excuse me. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm trying to be peaceful about this, but I'm hoping somebody does mess up so I can put their screen against this technology because I want to so badly. I know what's going to happen to it. Ooh, look at that. That is freaking crazy. Look how the red is fading out on the other screens. There's red. Yeah, that's going to be an issue. They can't pull the contrast. They're not going to be able to pull the color level. It's not going to be able to pop. They're going to struggle. Samsung OLED demonstrations. No, cut that out. And no contest. That's it. There's no contest. That's out. That's it. This screen is pretty much a level 5 certified screens at 1%. They can't keep it with the contrast level on the screen. They're going to get upset over the black. Wait till you see the other two. We got 2 hidden screens we got coming out. 2 colors. That's going to be part of the 17 lineup. But you don't know about it because we didn't show it to you yet. But we got 2 other screens coming out. And they're not a part of the lineup, the 12s and 9s. Hey! Am I having a ball? Yes, I'm having a ball. Because that's what was curious. Last night, when I was actually showing off the screen, I'm thinking like, okay, if I put this screen against these lighter sample sheets, like I run the risk of basically my screen producing too dark of an image against a lighter screen laying against it. And it may not work out the way I want it to work out. So I just came on here, did the first demonstrations, did them live so everybody can see them. Took the lightest form of sample sheets I had in the drawer and put them against the black screen. So since we tested all our screens, matter of fact, the Ultra Bright did 11. Did 11 screens on one surface. So in order for you to come close to any of these screens, you would have to beat every last one of these high performance screens or come close to matching them. You would have to in order to compete with one of these screens. You know how hard that's going to be? Hey! I'm blown away. All right, let's do some wider levels. Let me get over here. Yep, yes, sirree. You're gonna have to be. Anybody say that they can basically mimic this technology, it's going to have to. I'm trying to see if I can get all 11 screens on here at the same time by the end of the day and see how the screen actually works with all 11 screens at the same time. So you're going to have to beat, or actually match or beat, or basically 11 certified screens. Screen is super dark. Oh, by the way, you get a chance to see this on ultra short though, because this is actually my screen and my Japanese tea parlor upstairs, my tea room, and this is running on. We run on ultra short though by the day. Let's see what else we got on here. Oh, we definitely got to post Starfield.
Hey, my name is Dante, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A nuggets is the authentic taste of it. You can
Oh yeah, definitely. That's nice. That is really, really. All right, so what we got here? Heat this up. All right, well, we're going to mark the starting price at $368 for a quart. Let's earn this weight in gold. We'll get something else to go instant. We got Matinee Black. So Matinee Black. There. Grab another one. Matinee Silver. Matinee Silver. Let's see what we got. So 2 of the screens, they have to go up there. I'm gonna have to put up there a Matinee Black 0.9. This is going to take on all 11 sample sheets, high performance sample sheet, DMP Supernova, and then we got a Seymour 81.3. Let's see how the screen performs. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That'll be 11 certified screens against the black technology that is now 3 times darker than a 12. This is where in one of the tests, all our screens, as I said before, same demonstrations you're seeing here, the same thing, the 12s and 9s, all of them have to go through the same testing. And we have to see exactly how the screen stacks up against another high performance screen. Seymour 81.3 right there. We're going to put that one right here. I don't expect for the screen to be able to produce white level to match the screen. I expect for the screen white levels not to be so dark that you can't see it. That's what we test them on. So right now we have a DMP Supernova right there. Another tested screen. I'll put that right here. DMP Supernova. We have a Matinee. Anytime you see one of these screens right here, the sample sheet, this is a Matinee Black 0.9. That's what that stands for. So we have dark screens up here, and we have light gray screens, dark gray screens. Everything's going against this black screen in one hit. This is what I mean by when I said people don't, you don't want you testing it. Okay, put it this way. You don't want us testing your stuff over here. When I tell you we're brutal with our tests, we're brutal. So I can come in and say, hey, look, I can show you a demonstration of my screen going against several high certified screens. As I said before, how many people you see on YouTube doing demonstrations against their products on this level? They don't. They'll do this because they're terrified that along the way, their screen is going to show some complications. This is not good. This has got to be. This has got to be on all corners. This is almost limits here. Where is no control? Nowhere to be found. I've lost the next one. There we go. As I said before, usually when I watch demonstrations, we're going to be doing other samples. They're always going to pick samples that are going to be close enough to the color of their screen. So that way, if the screen does show some advanced improvements over the screen, it's not going to be by much. I'm picking out all sample sheets that are lighter than my screen. There we go. So there we are. Love it or hate it. That screen just out is actually going against 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We got 10. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, 11. 11 high performance screens laying against my technology. At an hour, it was manufactured in 1 hour. Probably about a day old, yeah. And at 1% complete. But keep in mind, as I said before, the technology we have here that people like to slander or say it's this, that, and the other has gone through the same demonstrations. All our screens go through the same demonstrations. This is the reason why when I tell you that when I watch people doing demonstrations products, they always cut corners. This is not cutting corners. This is how you're supposed to test screens. So keep in mind that customer clients that I deal with, any one of them can afford any one of these screens on there. Even up to the $5,000, they can afford it. They can afford a $5,000 and 150 inch or 180 inch if they want it. But I can come on here and show them, look, at $368 a quart, this is how much money I can save you. Now, like I said, before each one of the 17s and the other screens that we've made, even 12s, have had to go through 11 sample sheets laying against their screen. And as I said before, if you can try to make our product, then you're going to have to do the same demonstrations, which means you're going to have to be able to outperform all these screens with no problem. And if you haven't done any of those demonstrations, well then, you don't have our product. Just a failed attempt, a sad attempt. You think when we develop technology, you think we just basically just throw it in a dark environment? That's what we do? No. Look at the test the screen's going to at 1%. This is the first test the screen has to go against. It has to prove its weight and how much it's worth. So like anybody out there trying to make our products, in order for you to say it's our product, it's got to pass these tests. 12s pass the test with no problem whatsoever. But my question is, how many tests have their screens undergoing? And not a lot at all, period. Look at that. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom.
Pizza maker sauce spilled on his pants. Should have had Totino's. Why Totino's and get bonus in-game content.
So let me see what we have up here. We have cinema, we have elite screens. Count them up. We have the Dark Star 9. We have the Cinema Gray 5D, Cinema Gray 3D, Cinema Gray. We have the Parallax. Oh, wait, we're missing one of their screens too. I gotta get that one up here too. We have their 0.8. We have Seymour AV 1.3. We have Seymour AV Matinee Silver, Matinee Black 0.9. And we got a DMP Supernova Bleed. Here's your shocker. That's a 17. That's a 12. That's how dark this technology is compared to a 12. And yet, because it has that special coating, our coating, that's in that ultra bright screen that dominated majority of every screen that landed against it, it has that high-end coating. We figured out how to heighten the white levels, which means now, because of this right here, that means we can develop any dark screen we want, and we can heighten our white levels. We can separate the two. And that's the problem, being able to separate the two. Because usually if you're dealing with a house paint, the problem you have is if you add too much black into it, that means your white levels are going to suffer. And if you don't add enough black into it, that means that, contrast is going to suffer. And if you get that in between, still, it's going to come up muddy. Where in this technology we have now, or how we have here, and with this technology and coating, we can actually have black screens, can heighten the white levels. Oh man, there's just so much we can do with this. Yeah. I want something different. I want something really, really freaking different, like something that no one else has. Like, of course, we have screens, no one has something like a crazy, freaking insane color. And that's the interesting part. This screen is darker than a 12. Yeah, I want a really crazy color. I'm gonna have to engineer something completely different. Love this. Woohoo! You know, there's a cinema gray leading up against the screen, right? You know how light a cinema gray screen is? They're gray. They're like really, really light gray screens. Actually is right there. Man, I was talking about this a couple of days ago. I said, man, I want to do a black screen. Just talking about this. I want to do a black screen with a darker than the 12 and the white levels. I want them to be freaking crazy insane. God always listens. There we go, right there. And the screens we have for next year, they're all at 1% and 2%. They're not even anywhere near done. We're just pumping them out, stacking them up, and then we'll get ready to start doing a test when we get the ones we want. So there is a blue and there is a gold coming up. Gold's gonna be more for special effect, visual effect, stuff like that. People say turn out the lights. Like that's would be a hard demonstration. You need to demonstrate to people. Not a hard demonstration. That black screen pull its weight. At 1%. When the screen maximizes at 100%, oh my goodness, it's gonna be freaking berserk. This is just flexing. Not to be bragging, but it's flexing at freaking 1%. I know I said over again at 1% against 11 certifieds right now. And it's not even at 20%, not even at 10% done. Yeah, I would have something to fear. Really, seriously. God gives you an idea, but He gives you an idea. I just fell off my screen. There we go. Could have backlit this thing, for goodness sakes. That'd have been nice. Doesn't change. The screen remains the same. They wash out. It can't pull contrast. Yeah, it's gonna be let me see let's see if they got a better chance in the dark. See that? Every last one of them. Even with the lights out, they still don't stand a chance against the screen. All right. Color red. This is not going to go well. Oh, for us, yeah. For them, no. I saw that from the door. And then I saw the rose pop up, and that's why the colors were fading and stuff. Automatically knew from the door what was going to happen. If you don't pick up a proper contrast, though, but you can't pick up proper color. That's all to it. That's why I said when I do a demonstration, I show a white field first on the screens. If your screen is pulling too high of a white level, that's not a good sign. That's an extremely bad sign. It means you can't pull contrast level. If you can't pull contrast level, that means your colors are going to wash out like crazy. Color blue. See? Even with the lights out, you still can't pull that color. That's what they're going to tell you to calibrate your projector. My customers don't calibrate their projectors. You don't have to. Let me see. Color green. No, commercial.
Fjord created a clear filter to show what gets removed from water in only 30 minutes.
See, that's why I showed you the color first. So that way, I should have showed you the colors first. So that way you can see exactly what you're looking at. Anytime I do a demonstration, the first thing I do is colors. You got to see how your color is seeing red. How your projector is seeing red. How does your projector perceive different colors when it hits your screen? How does your screen see the color that's coming from your projector? What are you really getting? Your colors are washing out when you turn the lights on. Well, there's a good chance that your screen can't pick up a proper contrast level. And if the contrast level is too dark and the images are coming out too dark, that means it can't pull a proper white level. Just can't seem to hit that in-between area. That's the hard part. You know, when you have that scratch in the center of your back, you try to get all the utensils in the house, even rubbing your back against the door, and you just can't seem to get in there, get that itch out. Yeah, it's kind of like what it is with this kind of technology, just trying to get right there and hit that itch. We got it already. Let me see. Yeah. That itch, that one little area. That's how it feels like when you're developing something and when you're trying to just get right in that area. That's what it feels like. It literally feels like an itch that you can't reach. So what we're looking for here is that, see, oh yeah, I can't wait to do the black paint. We're gonna definitely do that one. That's another excitement. Just everyday black paint. Yeah, we're gonna do that one too. But one of the things I like to do is, like I said, when we're doing black technology and how people portray it to come up so dark you can't see it. Well, if that was the case and it was doing that, any one of our dark screens would actually pull up an image so dark. We already proved that already with 12 to death. We've done that already. So now on here, when we do the females with the skin tones, they have to come up so dark that you can't recognize them. Now I know these screens have the ability to pull up a higher white level because they're brighter than my screen. My screen's going to have to maintain an image that is going to have to be bright enough to be acceptable. So let's see what we get out of it. Boom, 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 boom. Where we at right here? We got it on that right there. Get on that right there. And let's see what happens. I don't understand. I wish somebody would simply explain to me one of these cologne commercials because they make no sense whatsoever. They can have a guy walking through a commercial talking about biscuits and in the end like Calvin Klein. What the freak does that have to do with it? You definitely know they have a hard time picking up color. So color is going to be an issue. Our screen's still maintaining a white level with no problem. Look at that. New screens are struggling with color. They're definitely not picking up any sort of contrast. That's not going to happen. Now see, what I need to see is, as that woman's hips moving back and forth, I need to see the colors are bright enough that I can see the details in her face, that the skin is not too dark. Like that. So people try to portray it that it's so dark that you can't see the image at all. And as I said before, these screens are going to pull up a higher white level. That's going to happen because they're lighter than my screen. But my screen is still maintaining a beautiful white level where you can actually see the features in the woman's face with no problem whatsoever. But they're having a problem picking up color. Faded red, all the reds are faded, faded, faded. They can't pick up color. And they're definitely not picking up contrast. That's why I find it funny when I see people try to do these reviews on their technology and they go, oh yeah, it comes up that dark. Like, are you kidding me? Like, we have demonstrations on our screens just like this that we do when we test them out. Ooh, so that jealousy, that's what it is. I love it, man. So I'm having a ball here. I'm having an absolute ball here.
And cracker barrel cheese. We're choosy about our cheese because you're choosy about your cheese.
Not really. You can't have cheese. Let's try to give him a chance to take the lights out. Lights back on. Right. Now we got two secret colors that are coming to the 17s. We're not going to tell you that until launch date. And two special screens we're working on. There'll be no videos on them at all. Everything will be marked under private. And then on the day we'll reveal them. We'll show you exactly what we have. All right, let's go up to real quick. I want to see that. Snow screensaver. Let's see what it looks like with all of that. We didn't have all of them on here when we did this demonstration, so I need all of them to be up on the screen. Oh yeah. Yep. It's bright enough where you can see the screen with no problem. This is what I'm talking about. When I tell you that when you're supposed to do your test, you're supposed to do everything. This is a jet black screen. Like I said, the screen's darker than a 12. And when I do my demonstrations, I'm not going to do this in the dark, number one. I'm not going to stick to only contrast levels only, because I know that's where the screen's going to have a more of a heavier impact on these screens. So I'm not going to do that. Not going to play favorites. This screen's going to have to show up its white levels. It's going to have to show up different color levels. It's going to show up different colors when it comes to flowers and natural wildlife. It has to show everything. Where if you're watching demonstrations and they're just basically doing bright, beautiful colors and they're not showing you what the contrast levels are like, they should be showing you that. Now, the reason why I show you this so you can see exactly. No one can come to me and say, well, you didn't show me exactly how bright the white levels are. Oh, yes, I can. I got video demonstrations of me showing white levels on our screens all the time. So you can never say that. But a person who doesn't show you contrast on a screen that may come up really poor when it comes up to that level should show you that. They should show you exactly how the screen is going to react if we do a star field demonstration, or if we do any form of heavy contrast. This is what it's going to look like in a fully lit environment. This is what your screen is going to go through. You're going to have some complications there, but nothing that can't be fixed. This is definitely designed to be done in an ambient light environment. That's what it's designed for. That's a good way of doing it. But people skip those demonstrations, and then when they skip those demonstrations and we happen to get a hold of your product and we stick it in here in a fully lit environment, it's not going to go well. So right there, if I have a customer says, well, the screen's a little too dark, because if you're coming off a white screen, you're used to seeing a high white level. That's why I advise people, if you're coming off a high white screen, go over to the black silvers, go over to the platinum eclipse. Those screens are designed to pull higher white levels. Go over to that. Don't go off a high white screen and then automatically you're going to try to adjust your eyes to a black screen. Like I said, the white levels are going to be high, but not as high as you're going to have coming off a white screen. So that's what I tell people. Go with the black silvers. That's the best screen to go with. Right now with this technology would be that ultra bright right there. But like I said, I explained all this to you, and in the description of our website, go back and check if you want. It says right there on any black technology, it says the white levels will be a tad low, but nothing that would disrupt your picture quality. So that's why I think when people come on here and they develop screen paints, and of course people are going to say, oh, you're talking about one person. No, I'm talking about anybody who develops screen paints, and they're not showing you that contrast level. You're not seeing that star field. You're not seeing that beta fish. You're not seeing those OLED demonstrations done in fully lit environments. If they're hiding that from you and they're doing those demonstrations strictly in the dark, or they're sticking strictly to more lighter, more brighter colors, then that means they're hiding something. And that's why if we get it over here, we're just going to run it through the whole mill. Because my screens, being black, have to show you white levels and have to show you skin tones and everything else, then I don't see why they shouldn't do it either. Shouldn't be a problem. Let me get these off my screen now because these are fine. And just to show you how many screens we have laying against my screen. We have here, we'll pull them off a little bit at a time, the bottom of how many light gray surfaces have to lean against my black screen. So this is how light the surfaces were. As you can see, very light next to a black screen. Usually if somebody's doing a gray screen, what they'll do is they'll get a color that will match their screen perfectly. And then that way, if the screen just happens to overshadow the screen by a little bit, it's not by much. So you can see the color of my screens compared to my black screen. And by doing this, it means that say if the screen did produce a slightly higher red or blue or green color, it's not going to show by much. That's what they'll do. And if they're doing a screen like a Dark Star 9, which is designed for heavy contrast, it's a more darker screen, like elite screens, they will stick to bright colors. And if they try to do a contrast demonstration, it will always be done in the dark. Because there's no way in the world any light gray screen or white gray screen can go against Dark Star 9. It's a much darker screen. It's designed to bring up a much darker contrast level. What we got here? As a matter of fact, give me this and I'm going to go into their selection. Pull up their videos right from here. So that's why I always choose surfaces that are lighter than my screen. Because I know my screen would have to struggle in order to catch up to them. So hopefully today, if we get plexiglass comes in the day, we do a plexiglass screen, which I'm down to do. Yo. Can't find it, can you? Nope, misplaced it again. Yep. What I do, misplace my stuff. It's something to write remote control. Why keep looking my stuff at? You have it on you. When you lose it, it's not there. Lost my remote control again. It's not it. It's not it. Oh, found it. I want to see. What's this one right here? All right, people, with that being said, I got to skedaddle out of here. I got the driver coming up today to drop off the orders. Let me see, we're done here, because I got some stuff to do today right now. I got to be outside, I got to blast the surface. Where are my lights out in here? Now, if anyone ever asks me what's the difference between the 17 and the 12s, there you go. 12s are actually, 17s are much darker. That's where they are. And there is these screens right over there. All right, with that being said, I got to get my rest of my customers taken care of and get them done. As for the overseas orders, I will be contacting you today because we're going to be shipping you out by UPS instead of the United States Postal Service, so we can get you guys taken care of. Also, too, because of PayPal's new restrictions, again, we can't do overseas orders. They're actually disabled on the website. So if you do place an order and you're overseas, your money will be returned back to your account. I'm sorry, but you know, you got to go by the rules and the policy. I don't know why the restrictions back, but they're there. Other than that, thank you all for your time. I got to go, and God bless.